Hey everyone, my name is Julie and I am from teacherjulieonline.com. And usually on my channel, I talk about working from home as an online teacher. And I have just started talking more about homeschooling because I am on a new homeschooling journey with my first grade son this year. And so this is only my second video about homeschooling, and I have been really enjoying watching other mamas videos on YouTube about homeschooling. I have learned so much and gotten really just valuable information, and I just really enjoy seeing how other families out there are choosing to school their children. And so I decided that I would just jump right in and participate in this collaboration called Homeschool Show and Tell, and it was put together by Jessica from the Waldock Way and Abby from Rooted in Rest. And I encourage you to visit both of their channels because I have learned so much from both of them, and I will link them in the description below. But in this video, they are focusing on morning baskets for the month of September. And so I decided to record a little bit about our morning basket. And I will say that morning basket is probably my favorite time of the day, of our whole school day. I love doing it right away in the morning. My son loves it as the first thing. It's a little bit hard for him to get up and start going in the morning. And so I love morning basket because it allows us to have like a connection, just a time for both of us to just center ourselves and prepare ourselves for the day ahead. So I am going to record our morning basket time together this morning and try to talk about it somehow. But before I show you that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my actual morning basket, if I can lift it. So our morning basket looks like this. And I'm going to show you really quickly what's in it right now. And I talk about most of these things in the video. So the main thing that we work on in the morning is from his learning binder. And I made all of these things on Canva. And so I got a lot of ideas from other people out there, but everything in here is my own creation. So I'm not going to show everything in here, but what you will see in the video is him working on his calendar where he writes his day, his season, and the weather. We always mark our days in school. And then there are other things in here like practicing writing his name and address and phone number. We might work on a word of the day or a number of the day. And then he also reads a set of sight words, works on a set of sight words each day. And then there's other things in here that some of these I took from his kindergarten teacher last year, so not my creation, sorry. But this was like to help him with his letter sounds. And then I made this. It's his blends, digraphs, trigraphs, different vowel sounds, and then just some hints about retelling a story, his days of the week, months of the year, things like that that he can reference as we are working. Also in our morning basket that we use every week that I will talk about in the video is our logic book that we use. What Should Danny Do is one of our favorite things to do for morning basket. Our children's Bible that we are reading through, which we both really enjoy. A couple things that are not talked about in the video because we haven't actually started using them, but I found one of them at a local consignment sale that I thought looked cool, and it's this book called Hands Around the World. And it is creative ways to build cultural awareness and global respect. And so I thought that was a really important thing that I want to talk about with him this year. So it's just full of different things that you can do to raise awareness. Like this one, start an international club. I don't know that we'll be able to do that, but maybe make a friendship bracelet is more in line with what we have time for. But there's just lots of different ideas. I'm still going through this, but I thought that would be something that we could add to our morning routine or replace if we wanted to do something different. The other thing that we have not used that yet, but I think looks beautiful, is this devotional, How Great Is Our God? And it's 100 devotions that match with science, about God and science. So as we are learning about different topics in science, I thought we could find a devotional in here that matched, and it looks really beautiful, and I can't wait to start that. Also in my morning basket is my fall Exploring Nature with Children book. I bound them all separately by season. So of course we are in fall or autumn, and we have just started and we are loving this. So this week is all about insects, and we just started this, and so our morning basket is just full of insect books that he is really enjoying reading right now. So we've just pick a couple of books, depending on how long they are, to read about insects as part of our morning time. So without further ado, let's jump into our day, our morning time routine. Check out the video. Good morning and welcome to our morning basket time. We always start morning basket as our very first thing in our school day. And really our morning basket is more of a morning time, because our morning time always starts with our pledge. And we do our pledge to the United States flag and to the Texas flag. Then we typically sing a patriotic song. So sometimes we do the Star Spangled Banner, sometimes we do our Texas state song, or Texas, our Texas, that is the Texas state song. The Eyes of Texas, we're big Longhorn fans, so we make sure we sing that on Fridays when it's football season. And then after our pledges, we move into our learning binder time. And inside Benjamin's learning binder is many different things that he can work on. We always begin with the calendar, and we make sure that we talk about today's date. We review our months and our days of the week, and he practices writing the date. We talk about the weather and the season. Those are things that he can do inside of his binder. And then there are other things in the binder, such as we might have a word of the day or a number of the day, and he has different activities that he can do with that. And then we usually end our learning binder time with sight words. So he's really been working hard on his different sight word lists, and he's really proud when he gets to finish one of those. Next, after learning binder, we move into a different rotation of things that are inside our morning basket. So on Mondays, typically we do a logic lesson. So I have a little book that we've been going through, and these are really fun little puzzles that he likes to do. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have been reading through the story of the world. So we will read maybe half of a chapter of that, and we have just started that. It's maybe a little bit above his level, but I'm enjoying it, and he listens. We always do, every day of the week, we do a Bible story. So we are reading through a children's Bible, and we might do 2 to 3 days. It's a 365-day Bible, so we might do a couple days, and right now we are reading about Abraham and Sarah. And then on Wednesdays, we like to read from the book, What Should Danny Do? And Ben really likes these books because he can read about a situation that little boy Danny has, and then you can choose whether you want to make the right choice or the wrong choice. So depending on what choice Danny makes, then we read about what that outcome is. And so that's been a fun book to read together and also a good learning tool. On Fridays, we usually have some time for a game. So sometimes we like to play checkers, or we have a roller coaster game where we can build different roller coasters and see if our marble will make it all the way down. We really like Fun Fridays because we get that just a little bit of extra time to just do something fun. And then probably one of our most favorite things about morning basket time is just having that connection to just read together for a few minutes before we begin our day of schoolwork. And right now our morning basket is filled with books about insects, because this week for our nature study we are focusing on mini beasts or insects. So we will read a few books together from our basket around the science theme, and then we will begin our day. Okay, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed seeing just a snippet of our morning routine, our morning basket, our morning time, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, it is one of my favorite parts of the day, and it just really sets the scene for the rest of our homeschool day. Thank you for watching, and happy homeschooling.